Hey guys.
Welcome back to Puppet. Today we're going to talk about
Celebrity and audience relationships. Because I feel like we tend to, I don't know how to say it, we tend to involve ourselves a lot in celebrity lives and how, their image is how we truly think of them, but it's not actually reflective towards who they actually are. Yeah, and we always tend to, nowadays, in the modern, era of social media, we always, point out any moral flaws or actions that celebrities do. It's when the celebrity lies about a product endorsement, or they do something that's borderline racist or something along those lines, we tend to always point out, which I guess it's good, but also I think a lot of people make up rumors or also make some very exaggerated opinions about celebrities, and a lot of people tend to agree with them and spread them towards other corners of social media, and not I agree.
I mean, that's such a big part of pop culture, where people are more interested in spreading rumors and have something that sounds interesting rather than having factual information.
Yeah, and I feel like even back then we us as an audience and fans always tend to try to insert ourselves into celebrity lives when we shouldn't even have opinions on how they should live their life, or
I agree.
Especially when a celebrity goes into a relationship, it could be really controversial because people are oh, is it authentic? Are they just doing it for a PR, or promoting a movie that they're gonna be in? A lot of people question about that, especially when celebrities cheat and everyone blows over to career. They're oh, this celebrity's bad because they cheated. Well, I understand that has some sort of moral justification, because cheating is inherently bad. I think we should separate an artist's personality with their career almost.
I mean, I get what you're trying to say, but then there are also celebrities that they are the brand image, and they are I feel whatever they do, it becomes, it has a direct impact on their brand.
Yeah, and I guess a lot of people tend to think that, if they're a bad person, they shouldn't be deserving of their career and the millions of dollars that they're making off this career, and the recognition from people. I get that, but I mean, take an example, Ethan Slater and Ariana Grande that happened. I get the fact that Ethan Slater left his wife and his kids for Ariana, which is very unjustified, and it is
bad, very
bad of a move to do.
I mean, you're literally leaving your wife and the child.
And especially how public they went with their relationship, and it was very sudden as well. Ariana also divorced her ex-husband, although there's speculations that she divorced him just to be with Ethan, right? It's Ethan Slater, quite frankly, is a very good actor.
I know. I've seen him as SpongeBob. Oh my God, there cannot be a better person to be SpongeBob than him. And also, I've heard rumors that Ariana Grande is in a semi experimental
with Cynthia Erivo.
Is she the one? The
yeah.
The wicked.
Yeah, but also Ethan Slater and Ariana Grande's relationship, people were speculating oh, this is just a promotional move for Wicked, because both of them were in Wicked, and that's how they kind of started their whole relationship. Because back when Wicked was first starting, they were rehearsing and they were starting to film. That was back in 2021, 2022, and that's when they start meeting, and then like, so there's a whole lot of speculation. No one actually knows the truth, but we tend to always, when someone releases assumed information or an opinion, we tend to run with that. We tend to like blow it all over, and that has caused a lot of like damage to your reputation, although I would say it's like semi-justified. But if
I backtrack a bit to your other point about how fans should insert themselves into what is it?
Celebrities'
lives. I have some opinions on concerts. I don't understand the purpose of a concert except for just more money for the artist.
Especially because of this very kind of artificial relationship that celebrities have created with their fans. Like, a celebrity wouldn't be able to memorize millions of fans' names or like even remember who they are if you think about it, right? Like,
unless you're Adele.
Yeah, some celebrities are very, they really take their fans very seriously, but a lot of them, especially when they do like fan meetings and people try to like, they put in so much effort to give them like gifts that are personalized, a lot of them just brush it off like it's nothing. Like, and while I do agree we should have some borders towards creating a relationship with these fans, because they're not, I wouldn't say they're very necessarily interested in like the celebrity, like who they are in their personal lives, but it's just the image that they've created. But
I think like the idea of a concert, right? Like, if you want to enjoy music with other people as like a reason to go to a concert, I kind of get it. But then also you could just do that anywhere. You could do that in a club, you do that at home. There's no need to pay like hundreds and thousands of dollars to have the artist sing in front of you.
Especially with the most obsessive fans. And I'm not trying to call out any type of fandom, but K-pop. Just like, not K-pop especially, but there's also like Taylor Swift fans that go they go really far. They spend like thousands of dollars. They like camp out just to get her tickets. Well, I agree, she's a very exceptional performer. Like, her concerts are almost like a musical show because she does all these costume changes. I don't think that justifies a lot of the kind of like the upcharging in her concert like prices, because I know some celebrities, they've called out on social media that these, especially Ticketmaster,
Ticketmaster?
It's an organization that sells celebrity concert tickets.
So is it like a reseller, or is it like do they purchase all? Huh?
You know this already. You know that already.
What do I know?
What Ticketmaster is.
I don't know about Ticketmaster. What is it? Is it like? I actually don't know what it is.
It just sells. It's the main platform to sell concert tickets. It's not even a reseller. They like celebrities partner with them to sell tickets.
Oh, what? Okay.
And they upcharge by like 100-200%. Like, it's bizarre.
Huh.
And that's why a lot like new artists currently are not like doing it with Ticketmaster. They're doing it like somewhere else because the prices are jarring.
Huh. I find the K-pop fandom, like the idea of like idling someone and like having all of these cards and calling them wife and husband, very weird,
But a parasocial relationship, if you take it seriously, it's bad. But if you don't, it's usually like fine, especially when you understand that like, you're not gonna be able to peer into this person's life.
I don't know, but it's such a weird, for the lack of better word, kinky like thing to do to people, you know.
I also think that K-pop fans are very, how do I say it?
Obsessive.
Not really obsessive, but it's so different from Western culture where, idols are not even able to date between each other. There's such a strict dating rule, and people are constantly criticizing their singing, their dancing, how they present themselves, and always nitpicking kind of how they show themselves on camera, and that inherently really damages, idols' mental health in K-pop. The K-pop industry is such on the low.
It's non-existent.
Yeah, and so many K-pop idols rising or retired have, committed suicide at such a young age in their 20s or their 40s because they've gotten so much cyberbullying from all the fans.
I remember like a while ago there was this K-pop idol that I think killed himself in a bathtub with like gas or something, and I don't know, it was very odd to see such a young celebrity, killing themselves.
It's also despite the humongous amounts of cases where, suicide, the industry just hasn't changed. It's so rigid of a system, and people are constantly calling out, whatever.
What do you think could be done about it?
I don't know.
I mean,
it's also because Asian culture is so different from, the Western. We're always trying to, put kind of the hardworking, kind of image first rather than having everything handed to you. And I think that's why, because the K-pop industry itself is such an expensive industry to get into if you are a rookie idol. You need a lot of money to invest in classes and teachers and the studios where you can practice. So a lot of lower income individuals aren't able to really integrate as easily as higher ones, and that I think pulls up a discussion about chaebol idols in Korea that are currently on the rise because. And if you don't know what a chaebol is, it's essentially an heir, like a granddaughter or grandson of a CEO that owns a mega company. So let's say, Samsung is a insane company that basically powers South Korea as a whole, and there are a couple other ones as well. And so recently there was a K-pop group. They're called All Day Project. And one of the members is a chaebol of Samsung.
Oh, damn.
And she's been getting a lot of hate, unjustified hate, just because she is, part of that community.
Uh-huh.
And, despite, she spent 7 years training just to debut. And I don't want to undermine all the hard work she's done. She's very clearly practiced her rapping, her dancing and stuff, but there's still a lot of criticism that despite her being rich and having all this privilege to be able to study and practice these skills, people tend to think that she's still bad at it in comparison to her other group mates.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't think we should compare. It's such a bad thing to judge someone just because of their upbringing, I think, and that goes both ways. To if you have a lot of privilege towards having so many opportunities, that doesn't inherently undermine the effort and the commitment towards doing something, right? Because I feel a lot of people tend to think that you're rich, so you're given everything on a silver platter. You don't need to work hard because you're already given a lot of stuff. But I don't think that's
I mean, I think there's a difference between being privileged and being spoiled. But she is a very privileged person. She has a very rich family background, so she can afford all of this. But she's not exactly spoiled like the media says she is. Not, at least I don't think so.
No, but according to interviews with her, like her parents initially didn't want her to become an idol, and she had to enter, I think, UCLA or Columbian University. Yeah, and she was like, and they were like, oh, if you aren't able to get into this university, then you can't be a K-pop idol. And she's worked so hard just to become one, so I don't think a lot of this hate is
justified.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like solutions. Oh, what was I thinking? Oh yeah, I was thinking. This is a few points back, maybe like 5 minutes back, when you talked about different culture, like Western and Asian work culture, and I feel a lot of the mental illness comes from this whole idea of like respect and honor, where you have to do certain things to be respectful, or not seem like you're disrespecting other people, instead of just saying what you want to do or doing what you want to. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but when you over prioritize it, I feel like it's just not gonna get you any good or get any it doesn't bring any benefits.
I also think the reason why the industry is still so rigid, like we haven't changed like any of this like fan behavior, is because despite idols having such a high influence and kind of attention on them, and they technically should be able to speak out on these issues and have them get resolved. A lot of them do, but it's still based on the fact that the fans are enforcing these like ideologies almost towards them, and despite fans praising idols and being a fan, they still hold that ideology where, oh, if I don't like them, then I'm gonna spread rumors about them, or I'm gonna tell people, oh, they're not very good. That it's almost like flipping a switch that fan behavior like has. It's like a double-edged sword. Like, people can like you, but it's
I feel like this transitions to like this switch in liking somebody to suddenly hating them full on. I feel like this, for some of the K-pop fans, I feel like
it's almost like a form of jealousy.
It definitely is, but what I'm saying is, I feel like it transfer out of the fandom into like the fans' personal life, where they just hate, or like they feel like they're entitled to have all of these negative opinions, and so they could spread it. I think that's really bad for, especially the target audience of, I think, most K-pop or pop is like teenagers, and they're very prone to being influenced, and it's also the crucial time where they learn social behaviors. And when you give them this type of culture, they feel entitled to judge other people. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, but I also feel like a majority of the K-pop like fan or followers are very much young adults to older adults, albeit there are like teenagers that look up. It's
I've only most I think it depends on the group.
But I also think that this whole sensitivity towards idols is also traced back onto the whole like their agency and the actions they have done that shape the industry to what it is today, because standards to become an idol is so strict nowadays. And they're debuting younger idols so they can hone their skills better, so they can, it's almost like manufacturing the perfect idol. And agencies put so much focus up towards like, oh, you need to maintain your weight, you need to be skinny, you need to be pretty in order to debut, right? And that like kind of rule following is put onto like fans, where fans are enforcing these rules like, oh, if an idol has recently gained weight, we're going to criticize her. Or if she got plastic surgery because she wasn't pretty before, we're going to criticize the fact that she has plastic surgery.
That's how so many young girls feel like, or so many girls in general feel very insecure about their looks and their weight and what they eat, because all they consume on social media is all these idols with their 1 almond diet or whatever.
Yeah, idols used to eat straight up ice cubes for a meal. Like it's
exaggerating.
It's so intense and it's so competitive in the idol industry, and I guess that would influence fans in some sort of way. Yeah,
and especially with anorexia being such a common thing already before, I would say before, but without K-pop, I wonder if there's like a strong correlation between anorexia rates and K-pop popularity. I will let them know next episode if I find anything.
I also feel like fans get some sort of like, even both in the Asian and Western industry, they tend to have this sort of like entitlement towards celebrities' lives. Like think of the like paparazzi. Like they constantly barge into celebrities' personal lives just to take photos and sell them to people, and I think that's such a huge entitlement to expect, the respect of a celebrity, or the celebrity to like not yell at you, because there have been news headlines of paparazzi being like, oh, she's so mean, she yelled at me, and I'm so confused, because if you are barging into someone's personal life, obviously they're gonna be upset because you're taking photos of them.
I am very surprised at the fact that there aren't any like laws or like rules for paparazzi to follow in order to respect celebrities' personal life. I thought by now, because I think this has been going on for probably years, and I'm surprised that no one have done anything about it.
And even on the red carpet, when celebrities are posing and lining up, a lot of photographers yell at them, to look at them, to pose a certain way, just so they can profit off their like likelihood, their like image.
Yeah, they definitely need to have some sort of boundaries between paparazzi, and also the way they speak. I remember seeing, I think it was a red carpet, I wasn't sure, it was one of those big events, and celebrities were like yelling at artists that aren't as popular and telling them to like get off, and like it's wild. It's absolutely crazy, the things they do just for profits, as you said.
And fans have this mentality that, oh, if I'm the reason why they're making money, right? I'm paying for their concerts, I'm paying for their merch, so they should listen to me, they should give me what I want. And I think that entitlement, especially in like K-pop, where minors are debuting, right? And so there's minors in K-pop groups, and if you're demanding them to like, oh, take off your shirt, do certain actions, I think that's very it's going very far.
It's like the weird sexualizations of like celebrities as well, especially with K-pop. It's weird because some of them are literally children. They're like 17, 16. I don't know if there are any 16-year-olds.
Yeah, there are.
There are. Is that not like illegal? Because that would be like a full-time job, no, if you're like debuting as an idol.
No, because some music shows. No, because there's a law in Korea where minors are not able to work at a certain time, like late at night, so they have to leave. But other than that, as long as they follow that law, minors can work.
But I guess it's kind of like, as an idol, what is the boundary in which you're working? Because as like your identity is the work. Whatever you do, you're technically working because you're promoting that brand, that your group band. So I think that I don't know. The law needs to be, I think, more specific and like define what it means to work, especially as an idol. Like as an idol, you could probably be pooping on the toilet and go on a live stream, and does that count as working? So technically you're still promoting, but then they can't say you're working because you're not officially doing, I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know, but at this point, we're not even treating celebrities or K-pop idols as human anymore. We're just like, we're basically treating them as our form of entertainment, whether or not we cross personal boundaries or we, almost defile their right as, a human being to want to have privacy and a personal life. Yeah.
I feel that it's not. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not. What am I trying to say? I think this definitely have been going on for years before K-pop, but there needs to be a solution to all of these problems. Yeah. That is the end of our rant on top of them all. I hope you guys have a very nice rest of the day or night, or poop if you're pooping. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. How do I stop this? I never figured this out.